Hey guys, in this video I'll be talking about the belt and pulleys for the G0704 belt drive conversion. I want to give a shout out to YouTube user Library. I got all of these part numbers from him, and he deserves all the credit. He really helped me out with this part of the build, and there are links in the description for the two pulleys and then also for the calculator on the website where I bought all of this, sdp-si. They have a belt length calculator. Depending on your motor mounts and your motor, you'll probably need a different length belt than what I went with. So beware of that. So let's see. The first thing to do is bore out the small pulley. This is a 24 tooth pulley, and it goes on the splines of the spindle. This build does not bolt the pulley to using the two small screws to bolt it to the quill. I know a lot of people prefer to do it that way. That's not the way I did it. That's not the way Library did it, and he said that he had perfectly fine results, so I decided to go the way he went. I think I had to bore this out to 851 thousandths, something like that, and then what I did was just get close, and then with my I brought the spindle over and just kept sneaking up on it until the splines went in and I had a nice snug fit. And I don't think I actually wrote down what the number was. I know I was trying to hit 851, but I can't remember what it ended up being. If you're not able to do this part on a lathe, you may have to farm it out. It's going to be required because there's not a pulley this size, a small pulley this size, that will give you a large enough bore. And the reason why I went with the small pulley is because my large pulley is a 48 tooth and I wanted a 2-to-1 overdrive because I'm trying to get high RPM. I don't care so much about torque for giant end mills. I want to spin little end mills faster, which I think suits this mill. So you can see the hub that I've been gripping. We're not going to be using these two set screw locations, and you could machine that hub off if you wanted, but you can leave it on too. It doesn't matter. You won't be able to access those set screws anyway because they'll be below the surface of the quill. And then you can see here that I counterbored the pulley so that it could take the drawbar retainer cap. Now I mistakenly bored mine to like 350 thousandths or something ridiculous. Only bore it to like 50 thousandths. You do not need to counter bore any deeper than 50 thousandths. Trust me on this. I actually had to raise mine back up because my retainer cap would screw down too tight, and then I couldn't loosen the drawbar. So bit of a mistake there. The next step is to drill and tap 3 equally spaced holes around the pulley, and you'll do those right in the valleys between teeth, and that's fine. And I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say that I tapped my 1032. I don't want to go pull the belt off it right now. If 1032 seems way too large, you could probably try a number 8 thread or something metric. But I want to say 1032 was really close to the metric set screws that came with the pulley. So yeah, I'm going to say 1032. If I'm wrong, or if you go to do this and you find out 1032 is huge, feel free to chew me out. It's fine. I really think this footage probably should have been on the end of my last video. To seat the spindle in the head, I just used a brass drift and then patiently just firm but not heavy blows, and just work your way around the perimeter of the bearing, being very careful not to crush the metal shield, and it'll eventually slip right in. If you could pull the head off and take it over to a press, I'm sure that would work just as fine too, as long as you're pressing from the outer bearing race. Now, in this shot you don't see the C-clip, but the C-clip needs to go on before you put on the tachometer ring, and 2 little screws hold that down, and you'll need to relieve the pulley so you can get around those 2 little screws. Now, these are the little screws I'm talking about. Some people will actually drive their pulley with those small screws on the quill, and the idea there is that you're not putting tension on the spindle splines when you're tensioning the belt. Library did it the way you're seeing me do it, and he said he had no problems, so I'm taking his word for it and doing it this way too. And true enough, so far it hasn't been a problem. Other than, again, that retaining cap screws down way too far. Don't counterbore 350 thousandths. Anyway, that's it, guys. Scroll down and hit the like button, leave a comment, and see you in the next video.